I agree. I agree.
We think you're amazing. Very intelligent questions.
Okay, here's an easy one, I think, for Joe. How do you know you are beating Melissa Bean?
Oh, I just have a feeling. Here's how I know. I know because we've seen numbers that tell us we're up, that tell us at least this race is tight. And the other way I know is every time I'm out campaigning, the enthusiasm I see throughout the district, and it doesn't matter if I'm in front of a Republican, an independent, or Democrat, is huge. And I'm running against someone who won't even go out in the district because she can't find a friend when she's out.
This question is for Diane Winter, who asked, what kind of cases do you try?
Thank you for that question. I'm currently in the probate and arbitration division. The probate division hears will and trust contests, guardianships, and the disabled. The arbitration division is lawsuits between $10,000 and $50,000. So that's the division I'm currently in. I've been in the family division, the traffic misdemeanor, domestic violence. We move around the courthouse, so in the last 10 years, I've been in most of the divisions.
Thank you.
Okay, the next question is like the person that stand up that asked about the recent one-year waiver granted by the Obama White House to the 30 companies on health care.
We're going to give whoever asked that question the mic. Right back there. Oh, right back here. Okay.
That was directed to Joe.
As if we needed any further evidence that this was a miserable piece of legislation. Exactly right. Folks, every day, every week, every month, the more we learn about what we passed, the more we learn about how they're changing what they passed, it's frightening. And this is another one. I mean, look at what's been filled in the news today. These waivers now that the Obama administration is granting to companies, to unions. The large companies now that are saying, we can't absorb these costs. We're just going to back our private insurance.
I had one follow-up to it. The Kaiser Family Foundation is trying to explain what's in the healthcare legislation for people. But what I'm wondering about is why didn't people who passed it, like Melissa Bean, instead of going to a federal level with the legislation, take it to a state level if it was supposed to save money by implementing healthcare? We tried to ask her that at a library meeting we had, and we weren't able to get any headway because she didn't take any questions on healthcare.
Actually, that's a true story. The Kaiser Foundation they're on a project to try to find out what the bill really means. I think it's about a 15-year project. I'm kidding about that. But you're right. You know, the bottom line is most of these people didn't understand themselves what was in it. Don't get comfortable in that notion, though. The people that designed this, the people that pushed this on us, knew exactly what they were doing. Folks, this is step one toward government-run healthcare. They know exactly what they're doing.
All right, so this next question came from Laz. It is to all the Illinois candidates. What is your position on concealed carry?
I love this question.
And if I may preface that question, as you well know, Illinois is one of those states in the union where conceal and carry is not allowed. We have this rare privilege of not being able to defend ourselves. So that's a cause that is very dear to me, having escaped from a communist country where I didn't even see a weapon outside of the army. Thank you.
Well, I can tell you that Bill Brady is pro-Second Amendment, and he, I think, is actually appalled that Illinois is one of the few states that does not allow conceal and carry. So, as governor, and with the help of representatives like Joanne Osmond and getting others in there to back Second Amendment rights, we can take Illinois' name off the list of not being a conceal and carry state. Bill is certainly a proponent of allowing conceal and carry.
This question was on the Illinois State Rifle Association questionnaire, and it was also on the NRA's questionnaire that we're always involved in answering. And my answer to them was, it's worked in other states, why not here? And I got their endorsement. Both the NRA and State Rifle Association has endorsed my campaign. So I don't have a problem with it.
As I understand it, there are 48 states that allow concealed carry. One state allows open carry, which is Wisconsin, and the state of Illinois, again, has the privilege of not recognizing the right of the citizens to carry a loaded weapon for our own self-defense. The problem is that the criminals already carry their loaded weapons. All I'm looking to do is to level the playing field so that the law-abiding citizens can have a chance to defend themselves. And as I told the McHenry County Concealed Carry Group last week, or was it 2 weeks ago, that I would be proud to sponsor a bill, to sponsor legislation to bring about concealed carry in the state of Illinois.
All right.
Who asked the question, do you support H.R. 219? No?
Is that a state or a federal?
Yeah, we're not sure what H.R. 219 is. Does anybody know what H.R. 219 is? Okay, we'll forget that one. This question is for Joe. When you're elected and in Washington, Joe, will Republicans work with the president, or is it going to be more gridlock?
I'm asked this question by the media all the time. When I go to Washington, am I going to reach across the aisle to try to get along with the Democrats? And my answer is always, not now. Not now. We're at the beginning of a war. It's a respectful war. It's a war without arms. But we're against an enemy that wants us all dependent upon government. It's the beginning of the war. This is not the time to reach across the aisle and work with the other side. This is the time to stand up for what you believe in.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so that's those are all good questions. We're getting the red card here, so have to turn over the mic to Marcia again. Marcia.
Thank you. We're almost at the end here. We have a member of our group who's presented before, and since we're on the final stretch, we're going to have our final presentation to keep us going on that final stretch. So Jan Johnson, will you please come up?